Hi guys, Dave Dog here, Road to Glory with Bradford Park Avenue. We're going to update you in just a minute, but first of all, let's have a word about FM26. I've looked at the beta releases and the number of online reviews, although the regular ones are saying, oh yes, it's a great game and everything, mainly. From what the footage I've seen of the gameplay and the match engine, there doesn't look to be a great deal of difference, so I'm staying off it at the moment. I'm prepared to change my mind if I see anything further, but I'm going to continue with this save on FM24. So that's a little word about that. Let's have a look what's been going on. And the main news is our legend, if we can describe him as that, Tom McCauley, has left the club after 13 seasons plus this season and 557 appearances. We couldn't come to an agreement regarding his wages. Wanted a lot more than he was previously had. We had two young keepers behind him, not that much behind him, obviously lacking the experience that Tom had. 32 years old, so he wasn't old for a keeper. I couldn't come to an agreement, and he's like Tom Sams previously to him. He just up and left. We fortunately have been able to get somebody in. If we go to all transfers, we'll see we have since last time got a right back in, Gareth Reid. Very good player, 25 years old, and he has come on a sub, but will be starting today. That's advanced news for you. The number 2 shirt, 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential. Looks like a reasonable player. The only thing I'm a little bit worried about is his height at 5'7". We see this in FM where they get beat at the far post when defending, but our fullbacks on our tactic are going forward, so hopefully he won't be in that position that much. Hopefully he can make a difference in the attacking part of the game. Crossing is 8, pace 10, not that brilliant but not poor either. He's got good stamina, reasonable natural fitness, so he should last a bit longer than Brown did in that role. We've also got the keeper, as I just mentioned. Ronnie Tomlinson has just come in just before the game, but he's going to start. Sweeper keeper, 22 years old. He was capped at under 18 level, and he's coming in as our first choice keeper. Reasonable wage at £450 a week. Current ability 3, so he's better than McCauley. 4.5-star potential ability, so this is a guy who could be our keeper for a number of years, should we carry on the save that long. Handling 12, reflexes 12, decisions 12, bravery 15, vision 11, uses long throw to start counter-attacks. That should be good seeing that. Let's see how we've been doing then since the last episode where we opened the season off with a 6-0 away win against Worthing. So here we go then, a quick run through. There's the 6-0 win away to Worthing. We then played Sutton, who beat us in the cup last year and won the FA trophy. We were 2-0 down in that game, but came back with 2 goals from Berlin and Grubb to equalise, and on the match stats it was a fairly even game, and Sutton looked like a good team. As we'll see when we see the table, they are top, and those are the only points that they've dropped. We then went to Cambridge away, 5-3, a bit easier game than the scoreline suggests. Berlin opened the score on 4 minutes, they equalised on 27, Hockney made it 2-1 on 30, they equalised 2-2 on 38. Tierney penalty just before half-time gave us a lead. 2 further goals in the second half from Tierney and Kingsley's side made it 5-2. Monaghan then got one back at 64 minutes, and then we stabilised and won the game. Corley not having a good game in this one. Tierney, the man of the match, with 2 goals, one from the penalty spot, and Kingsley's side a goal and an assist. Hockney has come in to play number 10, and he's doing well. He's got a goal and assist. 5-3 away to Cambridge. We then had an easy win against Salford, 3-0. Berlin, Tierney, another penalty, and Higby. We then went to Port Vale, up in the playoff positions, and this was a disastrous performance and a goal fest at 6-3. Let's have a look at the goal scoring in that one. We went 2-0 down after 17 minutes. It became 3-0 after 24 minutes. We're having these poor starts in these games that we're losing. Higby got one back before half time to make it 3-1. A penalty for them made it 4-1. Berlin then pulled another back to make it 4-2. Then another 2 goals for them, 6-2. Berlin got his second goal 6 minutes from time to make it 6-3. McCauley not playing well, whether it was a contract situation. He has been declining, and I look back on his record. As I said, he made 557 appearances, but this season he'd been letting in 2 goals a game average, which isn't good enough if you want to be top of the league. So his days were numbered anyway, but he's walked, and we've got the new guy in now, Tomlinson, for his first game today. Brown not playing well in this one as well, 6.1. Berlin, 2 goals. He's been on fire as Berlin. I think he's got 10 goals so far this season. Or just a word about the Worthing game where we won 6-0. We had 8 players in the team of the week after that game. So that was some achievement, was that. So after that one against Port Vale, we had Eastleigh at home 5-1. They're lower down in the league. Berlin a hat-trick, Grub and Westwood. And the last game again, Colchester, I think they're second or third. When we're playing these teams that are up around the playoffs, especially away from home, we're having problems. We lost 3-1 in that one, and Westwood are only scorer from the penalty spot. Today's game is against Guiseley. Let's have a look at the table. I think they are 23rd. So there we go. Sutton at the top. The only points dropped, the 2-2 draw against us. We are in 6th place, 4 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats, and 6 points behind them. We're playing Guiseley today, next to bottom, 1 win from their 7 games, and really home, it's a game we should be winning. Yep, 10 goals this season for Berlin, and they also got the Player of the Month for August, with Tierney coming second. We had a good August, but we've just had those slip-ups against the bigger teams. Let's see how we're lining up against Guiseley. I've already told you a couple of positions. Let's see the rest of the team then. So here we go then, usual formation. Starts for Tomlinson and Reid, as we've said. Tomlinson is a sweeper keeper, so that's a slight difference there. Reid, right back, the same central defensive partnership of Higby and Williams, with Brown switching to left back. That's a bit harsh on Ben Smith, who's been playing well, getting a few assists. In his favoured position of left back, Brown moves over. The rest of the team is as we have been playing. Grubb as a defensive midfielder. The 3 behind the front 2 are Keenlyside on the right, Tierney on the left. Hockney, as I said, has taken his chance and come in the number 10 role. Up front, we've got Berlin and Westwood. We've dropped the new signing, Matt Stewart, who is on the bench, not in form and not training well. So Westwood's taken his chance and come in to partner Berlin. You see they've got a good partnership from previous. On the bench then, we've got Balogun, Ben Smith, another new signing this season, Parkinson, centre back, is also filled in at right back before we got Reid. Harvey's a bit unlucky, the form of Tierney is keeping him out, and Matt Stewart as well. So we've got a good bench. Let's see how Guiseley are lining up. But before that, the all-important pre-match team talk. The pre-match team talk then, we're going to go with Gianluca. Expect to see a much better performance from you today. Point finger and say that, and that's inspired mainly the defenders, which is good. Let's get into this match then. Here we go, our usual formation, 4-1-5 or 4-1-3-2 you could call it. And how are Guiseley lining up? They are a 4-4-2. So let's kick off then. Skip the formalities, both teams in white. So an early shot for us and an early yellow card for their winger Woolley on the first minute. And we seem to be on top, although only just. The first highlight comes up and it's a throw into Guiseley. There's the aforementioned Woolley with a cross and just over the bar. And Tomlinson had that one covered, I think. We are the favourites, 6-5. Obviously, we higher placed team. Here's Reid getting forward on his first start for us, crosses into the box. Berlin's there, but he heads just over the bar. 6-5 us, 2-1 Guiseley. We've won 3, lost 2 of our last 5. They've won 1 of their last 5. So very much the favourites in this, and not much going on really. We've had 1 shot on target. They've only had 1 shot in total, and not much going on at all. We are slightly in the ascendancy, but Guiseley are now coming back towards half time. And another highlight for us, it's crossed in there by Brown. Keenlyside fires that one in, left foot into the top corner, evaded Bettinelli the defender, and we go in front just before half time. Brown finding his familiar position now on the left. Not familiar, but look at that, on the volley, Keenly side. Saw that one all the way, and a good goal, although poor defending from Guiseley, as you would expect from a team near the bottom of the league. Woolley has gone off, so yellow card for him. He was pretty much out of condition, and they've had another sub, so they're struggling a little bit of Guiseley for fitness. 2 players going off in the 6 minutes of added time in the first half. So again, I'm going to agree with Gianluca. I'm happy so far, especially against our rivals, but you've got another gear in you for this second half. Yes, we certainly have. Let's pump fists then, can we? Yeah. And that's motivated and inspired Gareth Brown and Grubb. And just about everybody is feeling good. So let's see if we can finish off Guiseley in the second half then. And yeah, we need more than a 1-0. We won't need that second goal. You're always struggling a little bit when you're only 1 in front and nothing much happening at all. We're getting into 60 minutes, although Guiseley have had 2 shots, nothing on target, nothing to trouble our new signing Tomlinson. Let's see if we can make some changes then. We've had 0.92 XG. Berlin's got a yellow card. Him and Westwood are both 6.6. Tierney 6.5. It's time to give Safa Harvey a chance. Tierney has been playing well generally, but not in this game. So we've got to give the new young player a chance. Everybody else is fairly good defensively, especially midfield. Yeah, just that one change. We'll keep Berlin and Westwood on for now. Just the one change then. Harvey coming on. Can he take his chance? And we've dominated. Apart, look at that, just 1 bar for Guiseley. And it's a throw in their defensive third. Bettinelli plays it in. Berlin takes it off the defender, pulls it back to Westwood, and 2-0. Making mistakes of Guiseley. That was their throw-in. Should have just thrown it up the line. But we get the ball, and Berlin sets up Westwood. 2-0. We're not having much problems here, although we're not running away with it. I don't know whether it did that. Defender just deflected it past his keeper there. And let's see if we can make it another change then. First, a free kick. Harvey's taking this one. Just come on. The new young player on the left plays it to the back post. And Higby, what a man he is from these set pieces. He certainly gets above and scored quite a few goals for us, our new skipper. Harvey with the assist. See this one. Whips it up to the back post. Higby beats his man and plants it in the far corner. 3-0. Let's make some subs then. Give some players a game. Who can we take off? Everybody's green apart from the new keeper and Williams. Williams has got a yellow. Let's give him a rest. Let's put Parkinson on for Williams. A pretty quiet game for Tomlinson in goal. He's got 6.9, but he's not had a great deal to do. We'll just make that 1. I'm not going to take players off for the sake of it. So 1 sub in left, and although we've won this game pretty comfortably, we've not run away with it. As I've said, we've only 4 shots on target and 3 goals. Can Guiseley get back on the score sheet here? Have a little consolation, playing the ball around nicely. Burnett's got through, and how did he miss that open goal? That just about sums it up. When you're down there, can we make a final sub? Keenly side looks like he's given everything. Has he? Not too bad. Now Grubb at 6.9. I'm going to leave Keenly side. Let's give Grubby a rest and put Balogun on in that defensive midfield role. Played there quite successfully before. We've got this last minute of normal time plus 5 added on. And it looks like a very, very comfortable lead against Guiseley. We hadn't won in our last 14 meetings against Guiseley. So we've certainly booked that trend this season. Very, very poor Guiseley team, it has to be said. Gareth Brown getting the man of the match. Reid again, 7.4. Tomlinson, 7.5. A really, really good professional performance. Nobody, only Tierney at 6.4, not coming up to scratch. So let's see where that leaves us in the table. A very satisfying, no shots on target Guiseley as well. So Tomlinson having a quiet opening game and into the dressing room. Nice win. Yeah, good for us. I'm agreeing with Gianluca all the way in this game. Continue, and where are we? We're still in 5th. Sutton won again, so we're still 6 points behind them. Who did they beat? They beat Telford 2-1, lower mid-table. Let's see where we're going to come back then. I'm going to play quite a few games. Schedule. So just those 2 blots in those away games against promotion chasing teams. When do we play Sutton again? December the 20th. I'm going to play all the way through there. Unless there's a big FA Trophy game comes up, FA Cup first round. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please stay with me for FM24. If FM26 improves or I see anything brilliant, we will switch over to that. Any comments, welcome. For now, this is Dave Dog. Goodbye.